Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video I want to show you how I can set up my NAS device, network attached storage, to be used in my home network as I want to rip all my owned DVD that I have into and I want to store them into the network storage so I can watch them anywhere in the house. As you can see here, I have a Raspberry Pi 5 at the bottom with the active cooling system, and then is paired up with a Radxa Penta Hat 5. I'm not going to show you how to connect all these two devices together because there's plenty of videos on the channel on YouTube. I just want to show you how I set up a NAS for my purposes, which is not going to be a RAID setup. It's going to be just a single file system, so I can amalgamate all the 5 drives, which they vary in sizes from 2 terabyte to 256 gigabyte of space. So I've got all different sorts. They are all kind of second hands from other PCs, etc. So I want just to combine them together into a single file system storage. What we're going to do from here, we're going to get back to the screen and we're going to open the Raspberry Pi Imager software. I'm going to insert my SanDisk 128 giga into my card reader, and I should be able to now see it. Yep, it's that one. So I am going to choose the device. I'm going to choose a Pi 5. I got Pi 5 8 gigabyte. The operating system is not going to be the full one. You need to go to the Raspberry Pi OS Other. You click on it and you're going to select the Raspberry Pi OS Lite. And then you select your storage, which is that one. And then you click Next. And here you're going to edit your settings. So in this case, I am going to call it the hostname Pi. I'm going to set my username as a PiNAS, and I am going to show you your password. I have the Pi connected to the LAN, so I don't need to set up any wireless LAN at the moment. I'm in Europe. I am in UK, so I leave this one as default. And here you need to enable SSH, and then you need to enable use password authentication. After you've done that, you click Save and you click on Yes. Everything will be erased, that's fine, and you click Yes again. Now it'll ask me for a password. And it's gonna write the image to the card. Okay, that is finished. So I click continue. I am going to remove my SD card from my reader, and I am going to plug into Raspberry Pi, and also I'm going to power up just the Radxa, which will power up the Raspberry Pi as well. That is now done. We can get the terminal up. We should be able to say SSH what's that? Pi NAS, I think at pi.local, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yep. Now I'll ask you for the fingerprint to record the passkey. You type yes, and that will ask you for the password for the one you have set up on the installation. And here we go. We are on the Pi NAS and on the Pi NAS, we are on the Azure Raspberry Pi. So if I do lsblk, you see I don't see any disk, because what I need to do is I need to edit a config file. So I'm gonna create a sudo nano boot firmware config.txt. I'm going to the end, and I am going to add this parameter dtparam equal pcie x1. That will enable the PCIe controller, and then I am going to add another one while I'm here. PCIe x1 gen equal 3, which will activate the generation 3 of the PCIe controller and should make the read and write quicker. Now I am going to say yes, save it, and now I should reboot. So all the, oops, sorry, been too quick. This is the actual Raspberry Pi 5 use of Penta Hat. So I will put the link in the description. So if you go here, you will see exactly how to build and connect all the Raspberry, how to format the card, etc. What you need to do as a configuration, and that I will tell you what to do to enable the PCIe. So that is the first step. Then I will ask you to check the disk, but I know it works because I have done before. But you can follow those steps, and then here will tell the system to force in the generation 3 PCIe, and then that is the parameter we have set for the Pi. So go back here, let's see if we can connect, and it looks like we are connected. And if I do lsblk, we can see all the disk I have: SDA, B, C, D, and E. And then as you can see from the Pi, you can see the full blue lights on the front, and hopefully you can see the fifth light on the side, which is referring to this drive here. So the next step is to install OpenMediaVault. So before we install in the MediaVault, we need to do some update. Okay, that is finished. Now we can paste this command. Okay, that has finished, and you shouldn't be seeing any errors in a different result you got throughout the compiling. So now the system is rebooting on itself, so we are going to lose connectivity. Here we go. Connectivity has lost. Just waiting for the Pi to reboot. Here it is, the Pi is rebooting. So let me try to see if I can connect back. And here we go. We are into the Pi. So the next step is to actually try to go and connect to, I think it's SMB Pi NAS, no, Pi local. Pi.local, see. And so, is it just pi.local? There we go, it's just pi.local. And that you will get greeted by this background. So the username is admin, and the password is OpenMediaVault. This is the default for everybody, so I will urge you to change it. You won't see these things. You may see something different. Let's have a look. If I do reset to the default, what's going to happen? Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's what you're going to get started with, and I will suggest to go and change the password, and I am going to change the password straight away because the default one is for everybody. And that's where we are. So if I click on the storage and I click on disk, I should be able to see the 5 disk. So now what I want to do, I'm going to wipe them out, and I'm going to use the quick settings because I already formatted it as a secure well before, and it's going to take ages, so I'm not going to do it here for the purpose of the video. But if you have a new drive, or if you have a a second-hand drive, I will recommend you to click on the secure. It's going to take longer, but it will wipe the drive securely. And last one. And close. So the next things I am doing, because where is it? Okay, I want to use a shared file system. I think the plugin I want to use is called Merge something. If I do remember, here we go, Merge RFS. So you select that plugin, and then you're gonna click install. You're gonna click confirm, and you say yes. Let's finish. Okay, now it's all done. We just need to create the file system on the drive we have installed. So to do so, we're going to click on the file system tab here. We're going to go here and create a mount a file system. We click on the plus button and we select the ext4 type. Then we're going to select the device. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devices. I've got 5 hard drive. So I'm going to select the first one for now, and I'm going to click save. And that will take a few minutes to format and create the file system. So now that is done, I click close, and here we need to select the file system that we just created, and then it's the SDA one. Create that, then this is the percentage of the warning you want to set, the threshold. I'm going to set it to 90% for the kind of use I'm gonna use the NAS. So 90% for me should be fine. So I'm gonna click save. So now it's gonna ask you to pending configuration change. I am going to ignore this one for a second because I want to do the others. And as you can see, instead of 5, I go 4 now, and I am going to repeat the same procedure I have done before. That should be almost done. Here we go. And now I can click close. Same as before, SDB1, and I'm going to select 90%, and I'm going to click save. So I'm going to repeat the same process for the remaining disk. So I'm going to skip that one forward, just not to bother you too much. Okay, now the file systems has been created on the 5 hard drive. So I'm gonna now click apply. I'm gonna click yes there. And as you can see, all the 5 drive has been mounted, and that's the availability space of, that's why I have there. So now what I am going to do, I am going to merge those file system, and to do that, I am going to click on merge FS and then click on the create button. I will give that a name as share. As a file disk, I'm gonna select all 5 ones. The folders, I don't have any folders at the moment. I don't have any path. I am going to put 500 megabytes in here. So that is the, once it gets to 500 megabytes of space, it will stop rising. And I am going to click save. So it will ask you to confirm. So I'm going to click apply and then yes. Shouldn't take it too long. Here we go. Now we have create a file system. So now on the shared folders, I think now we can create a shared folder, which I'm going to create name NAS. And here you're going to choose the file system you want to use. So you can either choose the one of the 5 you have created, or I'm going to use the one I have merged. So I'm going to use the shared one. And then here you can see the permission that I will give as a default. And I'm going to click save. And I'm going to click apply on the pending changes. So now that has been created, I think we are pretty much done with let me have a look. If you go back to the share folders and go to permissions, here we go. Here, forgot that. We need to activate both of those. And I click save, and we need to click apply once more. Now that all of this has been set up, we need to enable the services. So I'm going to use the SMB service. So you click on the service menu, you go down to the SMB here, or you can click on this one there. I'm going to click on the settings and check what we got here. So in this page, you just need to tick the enable option. Once you've done that, you can click save and you can confirm the changes. So now this has been created. Go back to the root of the menu, and then I'm going to click on the share button. So the share button, as you can see, there is nothing showing there, so we need to add what we want to share. And in this case, I'm gonna tell the OpenMediaVault what I want to share, and then it is the NAS, which I have created on the shared drive file system. Everything else you can leave it as a default, and you can click save, and then again apply the changes. Now everything should be up and running. So if I go to the dashboard, I can see what I have chosen. Let me have a look. If I reset that one to the default, that is what you're seeing. Let me have a look if it hasn't changed anything elsewhere, just in case. That's good. And that's good. There is no permission here to put. Okay, so we go back to the dashboard, click on the menu item up here and click on the dashboard, and here you can just select what you want to monitor. So that's what I am selecting, and I'm going to click save. So I don't see any CPU data here because I need to go, I think, diagnostic. That one. System info. Can't remember where I saw that one. Let's see. Monitoring. Oh, here we go. Is it that one? I remember now. Let's go back. Oh, here we go. That was the one. Yeah. Now you can see the CPU usage. I haven't enabled the smart status, so let's go and have a look where that is. Smart settings, you can enable that one, and you select save, apply, and then go back to the dashboard, and you can see I haven't selected probably the device I want to. Okay, it looks like a show there. Okay, I am not about that one at the moment. We can go back later, but you can see the disk temperatures here, the memory in use there, and then anything else what you selected to watch in there. So now what we can do, we can try to see if that works. So on Mac, you open the Finder Windows, you go to the Go menu up here, you're going to click on Connect to Server, and you put your IP address, and that hopefully should connect. Now, is it NAS? I keep forgetting this one, getting confused. Let's see if it is that one or if it is Pi. It probably is only Pi. Okay, I've been there earlier. So system services, SMB settings, wasn't that one, users. Host name is Pi. Right, let me try once more. So that's Pi. Okay. Okay. So let me go back to settings, users, edit, name NAS, choose your own, and I am going to use the same password I have set up earlier. Ish. Okay, click say. Password don't match. Okay, now we should be having that one. Okay, let's try once more time. Connect. I think it's NAS. Okay, here we go. That's what I supposed to do. You have to change the password on that as well. So here you can now see the NAS, and then now here you can create actually a new folder, which I am going to create it, and I'm gonna call it movies. I'm gonna call it movies. I am going to open another new Windows, and I am going to get the file I have ripped from my DVD, and I'm going to transfer it. And as you can see here, it should be transferring up. Okay. And if I look inside there, I have that video, and I'm going to put another one. And that looks like it is going to work as well. And I am going to put my third video. And as you can see, everything seems to work. Oh, no, it didn't copy the last one for some reason. So I am going to go back to that one and see why it didn't. There we go. I may have closed the windows earlier. And now that is up and running. So that's the video on how to set up a NAS with a Raspberry Pi and the Radxa Penta Hat. I have created a NAS for just a single file system. I don't really need a backup solution for this because I'm going to use it only for my DVD videos, which I own, and I have them all stored in a nice container. So if I lose them, the only things I lose is the digital copy. I can always re-rip them and recopy into the NAS. So if you want to do a RAID, you need to install. Let me have a look. If you need to do a RAID, I think you need to install. Let me check, because I have tried once. Here we go, that one here. If you want to create a RAID, you need to install this one. Plus, I believe you need to install the MD one. MD. That one. You need to install that one and the ZFS plugin, and then you can choose to create a RAID array for your drives. But because I had all different sorts of drives, I didn't bother to do that, and also because I was losing too much storage to have a mirror copy for backup, so I decided to have a single file system, and I save everything in there, and then if it fails, it doesn't really matter for me. So hope you like the video. If you want to see a video on how to build a case for this particular setup I have shown at the beginning, just leave it down in the comment, and then I will create a video for that. In the meantime, I thank you for watching the videos. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and see you next time. Bye bye.